Wait is over. I finally revealed her country. The wait is over. Not just a moment passing, not just a clock surrendering its seconds, but a lifetime folded into silence. A secret breathing beneath my ribs. A name I carried like fire in my chest. For years, I spoke in half truths, in metaphors that trembled but never landed, in stories that circled her but never dared to touch the ground where she stood. She was never just a person, she was a horizon, a distant glow I could see but never fully reach. People asked me, "Where is she from?" And I smiled, a quiet, careful smile, the kind that hides storms behind gentle. I would say she belongs to the wind, or she was born where the sun kisses the ocean, or sometimes she is from nowhere you could ever understand. But tonight, the night bends differently. The silence has grown tired, and truth has finally found courage inside my trembling hands. The wait is over. I remember the first time I heard her voice. It wasn't loud, it didn't need to be. It carried the softness of distant rain, the kind that falls in a land far away from yours, yet somehow you feel it in your bones. Her words were foreign but not unfamiliar, like a forgotten lullaby your soul remembers even when your mind refuses. And I knew then she was not just from a place on the map, she was from a story I had been searching for all my life. I followed her shadows, collected her silences, traced the outlines of her laughter. Every time she spoke of home, her eyes changed. They carried colors I had never seen before, colors of old streets, of ancient skies, of rivers that whisper history. To anyone willing to listen, I wanted to ask her, "What is your country?" But something held me back, a fear, a fragile thread that if I pulled too hard, she might disappear. So I waited through seasons that forgot how to end, through nights that stretched like endless questions, through mornings that arrived without answers. I waited because some truths are not meant to be rushed. They must bloom in their own quiet time. And she was a garden that refused to open before its season. We spoke of everything except the one thing that mattered most: dreams, fears, love that hovered like an unfinished sentence, but never her country, never the place that shaped her soul. Until tonight, something shifted. Her voice, it wasn't just soft anymore. It carried weight, the kind that only comes when a heart decides to stop hiding. She said, "Are you ready?" And my silence answered for me, because I had always been ready, just afraid that knowing would change everything, afraid that the mystery would lose its magic, afraid that reality might not be as beautiful as the dream I had built, but she spoke anyway, slowly, carefully, like someone unwrapping a fragile truth. She told me about her land, not just its name, but its heartbeat, the streets where she learned how to walk alone, the skies that watched her grow, the nights that taught her how to survive when no one else could. She told me about the language that shaped her thoughts, the culture that carved strength into her bones, the history that lived quietly behind her eyes. And as she spoke, I realized something. Her country was never just a place, it was her. Every word she spoke, every silence she kept, every tear she never showed, it all belonged to that land. The wait is over. But the truth, it didn't break the magic. It deepened it because now, when I hear her voice, I don't just hear her, I hear her country. I hear the winds that carried her dreams, the oceans that guarded her secrets, the mountains that taught her how to stand tall even when the world tries to bend you. And I understand her now, not completely, but more than before, because love is not about knowing everything, it's about learning to honor what you don't fully understand. I used to think the mystery was what made her special, but now I know truth is far more powerful because mystery fades, but truth stays. It anchors you, it roots you, it gives your love a place to belong. The wait is over, and yet it feels like a beginning because revealing her country did not end the story. It opened a door to a thousand more. Now I want to know everything, the songs her people sing when the world grows quiet, the stories passed down through generations, the dreams that rise from her land like morning light. I want to walk through her memories to see the world the way she does, to understand why her silence speaks louder than most words ever could. And maybe, just maybe, one day I will stand on the soil she calls home, not as a stranger, but as someone who carries her heart like a sacred promise. The wait is over, and I am no longer afraid because now I know love does not lose its beauty. When truth is revealed, it becomes real, stronger, unbreakable. So let the world know, let them hear it loud and clear. I am no longer hiding, I am no longer speaking in riddles.